Dear students, yesterday I have taught you Indian judiciary and I have discussed about jurisdiction and original jurisdiction. Today I'll teach you in detail. First topic I'll teach today. What is original jurisdiction of Supreme Court? With reference to the Supreme Court, many topics will be discussed today. First of all, I am going to explain you original jurisdiction. And one tips I'll tell you by that one definition you will learn, and second will be automatically received by you, understood by you. How? Yesterday I have taught you jurisdiction. So definition is there. When judiciary will sort out the dispute by exercising the law and enforce the law, will be known as jurisdiction. In this definition, only one word will be added, that will be original jurisdiction. I am going to explain this one. What is original jurisdiction? When judiciary will sort out the dispute by exercising the law and enforce the law at first sight. If SAR type question will be there, you can write only this much. But if you write some example, so it will be very beneficial for you and your answer will be a smart answer. So 2-3 example I would like to mention here. That will be very, very necessary. First example is there. Interstate dispute. Interstate dispute means, suppose any dispute is there between UP and Bihar. So definitely that matter, that dispute will be sorted out by Supreme Court only. Because you know this one, UP also having one judiciary, Allahabad High Court, and one more bench is there, Lucknow bench, and Patna High Court is also there. Means when dispute will be there between two states, so that dispute will be sorted out by Supreme Court. I think my words are getting this one. Second example, if dispute will be there between central and state, means central government is one side and state government will be one side. And other example we can say 3 state one side, 5 state one side. In that circumstances, only Supreme Court will sort out the dispute. Next example, protection of the fundamental rights. This point is very, very important. What do you mean by protection of the fundamental rights? If any person is there, irrespective his or her caste, creed, color, his fundamental rights has been violated by any agency or by state government or by central government, whatever. Person can approach directly to High Court and Supreme Court, both court, he can or she can approach for the protection of the fundamental rights of each and every individual. I would like to mention here Article 32. According to Article 32, any person can directly approach to Supreme Court for the protection of the fundamental rights. Second article is there, Article 226. By that article, any person can directly approach to High Court. And both courts are empowered to issue the writ for the protection of the fundamental rights. Here one word, new word I have used, writ. What is writ? I would like to explain. A writ is an order. Writ is an order given by Supreme Court or High Court for the protection of the fundamental rights. There are 5 writs and basically 2 writs are very, very important. First one habeas corpus and second one mandamus. Habeas corpus will be issued by High Court and Supreme Court when any person has been illegally detained, and mandamus will be issued by Supreme Court and High Court if any authority, respective person who is having office, government office, public office, and he is not discharging his duty, then Supreme Court and High Court are very much empowered to issue the writ. One question is there I would like to discuss. Very, very easy question is there. Which court is empowered to issue the writ? Name the court which is empowered to issue the writ. Your answer is there. High courts and Supreme Court. Why I have told high courts? Because you know this one, in our country, okay, more than 24 high courts are there, or it can be extended also. If parliament observe, the parliament can increase the number of high courts also, but we have only one Supreme Court. So high courts and Supreme Court are empowered to issue the writ for the protection of the fundamental rights. And last example of original jurisdiction, that is interpretation of the Constitution. Means, what do you mean by this one? If any issue will be there regarding interpretation of the Constitution, then Supreme Court is known as final interpreter of the Constitution. Meaning, what Supreme Court will explain about any article of the Constitution or preamble of the Constitution, that will be final. One more point I would like to discuss here. High Court is also having same power regarding interpretation of the Constitution, but Supreme Court is final interpreter. Means what Supreme Court will decide, will explain, that will be final one. Getting? So that is original jurisdiction. Recap I am going to explain again. I have taught you, when judiciary will sort out the dispute by exercising the law and enforce the law at first sight, will be known as original jurisdiction. Example number 1, central state dispute or interstate dispute. This is example number 1. Example number 2, I have taught you protection of the fundamental rights, and third example I have given, interpretation of the Constitution. So these 3 points, 3 examples are very, very necessary for you. I think my words are very much clear about the original jurisdiction. Better nowadays I have decided that very small videos will be uploaded, because when very big video will be there, so student will face problem. That's why small video will be shared by me. So after original jurisdiction, one more jurisdiction I would like to complete today. Second one, appellate jurisdiction. What do you mean by appellate jurisdiction? I think my words are very much understanding about appeal. Suppose if you are not satisfied with your school teacher, so you can approach to principal office. Likewise, suppose any judgment, any verdict issued by any high court of the nation, and respective person or respective party is not satisfied, or respective party is observing that injustice going on and I have not received proper justice. So that party A or party B, suppose dispute will be there, party number 1 and party number 2. Okay, and High Court issued the verdict in the favor of party number B, and party number A is observing that my points, all points has not been taken concern by respective honorable court, High Court. Then respective party can approach to Supreme Court. When Supreme Court will accept the appeal against the verdict of any lower court of the nation, that is known as appellate jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Again, I am going to explain in brief. When an appeal has been accepted by Supreme Court against the verdict of any lower court of the nation will be known as appellate jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. In easy word, I would like to explain once again. Suppose any high court is there or any lower court is there, given decision, and respective party is not satisfied, so that party can approach to Supreme Court. Getting? Okay. Now, so against the verdict of the High Court, we can approach directly to Supreme Court. And when Supreme Court will accept the appeal against the verdict of the High Court, will be known as appellate jurisdiction of Supreme Court. After that, what will be happen? Supreme Court can change the verdict given by High Court. First point clear? Or Supreme Court can continue this one, meaning what decision, what verdict issued by High Court, okay, can be, okay, continue by Supreme Court also. So that is known as appellate jurisdiction of Supreme Court. Means the decision can be changed by Supreme Court, decision can be reduced by Supreme Court if any death, any High Court given punishment. Okay, so the punishment can be reduced by Supreme Court. The Supreme Court is final court of appeal. Means suppose ki what is appellate jurisdiction of, in all I would like to explain you. Suppose you are not satisfied against the verdict of the district court, you can approach to High Court. If you are not satisfied with the verdict of the High Court, we can approach to Supreme Court. But if you are not satisfied with the verdict of the Supreme Court, you can't go any other court. Okay, Supreme Court is a final court of appeal. I think my words are getting this one. And today only two topic I'll cover. After that, I am going to conclude my lecture, and tomorrow I'll explain upcoming topics related to the Supreme Court. Thank you.